everyone, and welcome to Manchester Reclaim the Night 2016. We have come together tonight, over 3,500 people, to raise our voices to speak out against street harassment, sexual violence against women and victim blaming. This event has been the biggest yet, and it most definitely would not have been possible without the unbelievable hard work and dedication that's been put in by so many campaigners. So I'd like to take this moment to thank them all very much. This year, the Reclaim the Night team have gone above and beyond. We've been on the street with pop-up acoustic music events in areas that women identified as places they feel unsafe. We've put up incredible feminist street art designed by local women. We've been into local schools and youth groups, teaching over 250 young people about consent and healthy relationships and how to campaign for them to be on the curriculum. We've been in our communities, having those all too important conversations with people on their doorsteps. Because Reclaim the Night is so much more than just one night and one street. It's about a movement of people who can build unity to stand together to say enough is enough. Because we should have the right to walk around our own city on any day of the year without sexual harassment or abuse, or feel like we have to modify our behaviour due to the fear of violence. Because consent is vital, and we need to live in a society that teaches us to respect women. It really is that simple. And it's only through our collective power that we can create real change, and Reclaim the Night is a perfect example of that. 3,500 people are just too visible to ignore. It forces people to face the facts and listen. And here in Manchester, we're starting to see small but significant changes. Greater Manchester Police are reassessing the language they use in press releases about sexual violence. Prominent decision makers are requesting seats around our tables and looking to support our initiatives. The university is backing more and more work that supports student victims of sexual violence. And nationally, we're seeing movements that reach out to survivors to say that we believe you, you are not alone, and you deserve justice. Free Kesha. Reclaim the Night is as important tonight as it was in 1977, when women in Leeds took to the streets in response to the police's advice given during the spate of attacks and murders of sex workers. They told women not to leave their houses to avoid being attacked. Women were being blamed for the harm inflicted on them, and nearly 40 years later, we still are. This year, the harm and violence against women in our communities has been insidious. There have been numerous high-profile rapes in the media, and many more that will never make the headlines. Lives have been destroyed, and fear is rife. And for a lot of us, this fear isn't there because we've been taught to be afraid of some mythical bogeyman. It's there because 1 in 5 women aged between 16 and 59 have experienced sexual violence. Because in England and Wales, 2 women a week are killed at the hands of a male partner or ex-partner. Because 1 in 7 women students would have experienced sexual assault while they've been at university. This is an epidemic, and one that we must recognise. Despite what the media reports, sexual violence is not an isolated incident caused by a lone man hiding down alleyways. We need to join the dots to understand the structural causes. This is a gendered crime. A symptom of a society that belittles, degrades and disrespects women. A society that allows our government to cut budgets so they fall disproportionately on women's services, closing refuges, privatising aspects of sexual assault referral centres, and increasing already unacceptably long waiting lists. Manchester Rape Crisis, who we're fundraising for tonight, have a 6-month waiting list for counselling at the moment. It's symptomatic of a society that leaves the most marginalised to yet again bear the brunt of such horrific crimes. With 80% of disabled women, 50% of trans women and 20% of black women having experienced sexual violence. A society that refuses to record violence against women as a hate crime because the stats are off the scale. But when you're faced with a tide of misogyny and hurt so strong that it can knock down even the most resilient in our society, there's only one answer. When one of us falls, we must pick each other up. We must come together and fight together for our sisters, all of our sisters. march for those women. Women who have suffered at the hands of strangers, partners, ex-partners, friends, acquaintances, flatmates or families. For women who are too scared to put their bins out. For women who hold their keys between their fingers as they walk home. For the women who flinch as white vans drive past. Because we are those women, we have marched. For years, we have been told that as women, it is our responsibility to stop this hurt, to not walk alone, to take taxis, to change our outfits, watch our drink, plan our routes home. But these safety tips aren't viable. We don't have the option to be accompanied everywhere we go. These safety tips don't work because we are still raped in our homes, in our pyjamas, when we are stone cold sober. These safety tips don't protect us from over 90% of rapes that are committed by men who we've known, trusted and often loved. So when they say, don't walk alone, we say, don't rape. When they say our skirts are too short, we say, don't rape. And when they say to watch our drink, we say, don't rape. We have started and we will not stop until every night, day, street, city and home is ours without fear. Enjoy listening to the incredible women speakers, performers and DJs tonight, and thank you all for coming along and making Reclaim the Night 2016 too big and too visible to ignore. Thank you very much. Who streets?